Welcome back to the SS-Fitfinesse Podcast. And I'm here with my next guest, which is a friend of mine. He is a fitness enthusiast, bodybuilding competitor, personal vegan chef to the stars, and founder of Jam & Vegan, Kyle Parchment. What are you saying, bruv?
What you saying, man?
Welcome.
How you doing?
It's been a long time coming, you know.
I know.
And I've been trying to get you on here for a while, innit?
Yeah.
But you're here.
Exactly.
That's what it is. You're here. So, I know you, but the listeners don't. Just introduce yourself. Tell them a little about yourself and who you are.
Okay. My name's Kyle Parchment. Currently, I'm a personal chef and I'm transitioning into street food and a couple other things in the world of veganism.
Welcome to veganism.
We'll make it into like a cult of some sorts from the off.
All right. I have to introduce you as a vegan chef because you don't cook meat. Do you cook meat for the...
No.
Okay, so you are a vegan chef.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, that's the overview. I want to know, I always want to dig deep in it. I want to know you in it as an individual. So tell me a bit about your background, where you come from, upbringing, like where were you born? Like just give me an introduction like that.
Obviously Bromley, Birmingham, born and bred. Started off in Hodchill.
Mm-hmm.
So grew up on Bramford really.
Okay.
That's where all of my friends lived and that's where we chilled, played football, skim stones, do all of the stuff that boys do. And then we ventured over to Erdington. So that's when I started to get into the gym because it was obviously convenient down the road and whatnot. So
have you got any brothers and sisters?
Yeah. 2 older brothers.
Okay.
Two older brothers, twins.
Twins, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen them here. No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, twins. You know Bermsey's Grime? Have you heard of the Bermsey's Grime page? Yeah, that's my brothers. Yeah.
That's mad. This has got some hidden life, you know, because I did not know this.
Yeah. So,
okay. So you got 2 older brothers.
Yeah, and a little sister who's currently at university in Manchester.
Okay. So how was it being in a family of, what's that, 5? Together.
4?
Oh, 4. Maths is all messed up. Okay, 4. How's it been in a family of 4, 2 older brothers? What is it like?
Well, I take, like, with my little sister, we have a super close relationship. Like, I'm kind of like the go-to. Okay. In a sense, obviously with my mom, it's just being my mom. Okay. Obviously my dad's around, but not as in like, you know, in the same household. So, okay. I've always been a go-to with my little sister and we've got a relationship that just flourishes just year by year. It just grows and that's good stuff. But growing up with my brothers, obviously you can imagine 3 boys. Yeah. And especially my older brothers, they're they're twins and like, So when they clash, they clash. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, it's always been that environment where it can just change in a quick moment. So
are they way older than yourself?
3 years older.
3 years. Okay,
yeah. So again, so it's not even like far apart. So you can imagine like we always chilled together and had a few fights and
you know, do you think that having that upbringing, being there for yourself, does that play a big part to how you are now as an individual? Personality wise,
yeah, 100%, because we're all creatives in a sense, as you know. Like my brothers are music orientated. Okay. My dad's a sound engineer. Okay. My mom loves creating art and stuff. My little sister's gone into fashion. Yeah. And obviously me now, I'm cooking. So it's kind of a thing where like even if you try and deter away from your path, we're always going to end up back on a creative route of some sort. So of course it makes an influence because you come from a creative background. So ultimately, that's what's going to be the majority of your life, no matter what, really.
Okay, so you come from the Jackson family.
I must say the Jackson family.
Singing in the living room, cooking in the living room.
Light skin one day. I'll do it Michael Jackson on, man. For real.
All right, and so so that's your upbringing is obviously influenced how you are now, the creativity side to where it's led you to what you are today. Tell me a little bit about, your first instance, what you're going to touch on for fitness. So when did you first get into the whole fitness scene? I mean, I just whether that's football or anything.
Oh yeah,
active wise.
Football's always been life. Football's been life from when I can remember. Yeah, that's normal for guy. I think.
Is it? I don't know. I mean, for me, it is. But I mean, you can't say that. A lot of people don't play football.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. So I mean, So
I say. I say 90-10% for boys, really.
Yeah.
It's like a thing, even if you don't play football, the majority of your friends are going to play football, aren't they? So, you know, when you go down the track, you know, do you refer to it as the track? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, the parks with the basketball hoops and blah, blah, blah. If you go chill down there, ultimately you're going to be playing football, aren't you? Or basketball or...
Well, it depends who you are. We're talking about UK, innit? Potentially UK, but if you live in America, you're going to say basketball,
totally
innit? So,
But from a UK just my life in general, So,
so football, you're into the football.
Yeah.
Was you heavily into it?
Always, yeah.
Yeah. So did you play
football a lot?
A high level?
Currently, I'm playing semi-pro. If you count that as...
Okay, so it's decent.
It's a decent level.
It's better than the average, yeah?
Yeah. So
you went into that. So I didn't even know that. And that isn't even pushed on, like, you don't even push that side on social media wise. I don't see that at all. So this is something that you keep on the low.
It's kind of a thing that football is the kind of thing that I came in and out of. The same with gym, because of like work and stuff. It don't allow you to do certain things. And obviously I've freed up time recently with business and stuff. So it allows me to do other things that I enjoy. In a sense, so football is a thing that I've always enjoyed. So I thought, let me see if I can pick it back up. And obviously, once you've played football, you know how to play football. It's just getting back into like the fitness aspect of things and getting back up to scratch in a sense. So,
all right, and so let's move on to the fitness side then. Yeah. So hitting the gym for the first time, like when was that for you? Yeah,
like around 15, 15 in school days. In school days, really. Mm-hmm. As I said, like it was just like a social aspect. We just like even at lunchtime we would just come out of school and then go to the gym and go.
When was the first time stepping into the gym? Who was it with? What did you train?
We had we just had the same group of guys. So it's like me, Luke, you know Luke.
I know Luke. Yeah.
Luke, Josh, this guy called Daniel and Theo. You know Theo?
Yeah. So Theo.
Nah. Yeah, Theo Andrews. You know Theo Andrews?
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
We're all from Bromford.
Okay.
Like Hodge or Bromford or Hodge Hill. So that was our group. Am I missing anyone? No.
So it was an entourage. You weren't.
Yeah.
So you rolled the gym. So what gym did you go to?
Definition. Fox and Goose.
Fox and Goose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know that. So you went in there. What did you train, man? What was it? Did anyone know what they were doing?
What else would you train at the first time? Of course. Chest back to back. Like I remember, like we used to finish off with this mad set where you do 10s, like 2 plates of 20.
Yeah.
And you do 10 reps, and we just go around, keep going around until somebody just drops out, until you got like the last person. That was our finisher. And I'm thinking, when you think back, and like when we was at these ages, was pushing like good weight, and the muscular endurance was like through the roof. And it's that social pressure again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you get comfortable. You can get comfortable in the gym, but you know when your testosterone's high as a teenager and stuff, it's like it's a competitive edge with anything, isn't it? So we train chest. We used to do a lot of pull-ups though.
Okay.
Every session we used to do pull-ups, start and finish. So it's not like we kind of had an inkling to.
And everyone was at the same level of fitness then?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, that's decent then. That's
it
good.
Wasn't a like thing where one was more advanced than the other. It was just like eventually it will get to that. You know, as a start-off point, we was all kind of like on a similar level.
All right, so that's your first experience. How did you stay on it? Did you stay on the fitness thing? Like,
I was in definition for a while. Got kind of big in definition actually. You know what it is? It was. You're just at that point where you're like, oh yeah, let me take protein. Let me try this, because you're a teenager. You're not even thinking about too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I was eating all the time. As a kid, you do as well, don't you? You don't even have to think about meals. You always got meals in your household and that stuff. So,
do you think it's different today? Being the age that you were then, how kids are approaching gym, the fitness industry? Because I say that, how many years ago was that?
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Now, the fitness industry completely changed.
Yeah.
Social media has changed the fitness industry.
Of course, yeah.
Like, people, like, looking at people on doing pull-ups on Instagram is normal now. When I was doing it back when I was 16, there was nothing there. There was no one to look on. You go to gym, there'd be a big man in the gym, you might aspire to be him. And that's it. You think you just whatever you see in the movies, there wasn't YouTube to go search really. You know what I mean? So do you think it's changed in how kids are approaching the fitness side? Are they a bit more serious? It's not the fun side of it. Do they want to be like the influencer? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Because
did they put a lot more pressure on themselves? Like you said, you just went there, just enjoying it among friends, and it's a social thing. But these days, when people are going to the gym, what do you feel they have a lot more pressure as when they go to the gym?
You can only create pressure. Can you really? Like, if you stayed off social media and you was just training, what's your pressure? You haven't got no pressure.
What kids say? What 16-year-old says on social media though?
So you're creating a pressure for yourself in a sense. Do you know what I mean? And this is the difference. That is the difference between then and now. Yeah, you can't. Wow, we're talking like we're prehistoric and that.
But it's so much has changed over the last 10 years, isn't it? Yeah.
Because like back then, you didn't have a social media like that, did you? Like MSN and blah blah blah. So you can't be posting stuff the only pressure you had is from the social group that you're in. Yeah. Which is still a pressure. Yeah. But it's not a pressure where like you're trying to impress the masses, where like a lot of people have got a lot to say through social media and pass around stuff. And so that is a added pressure.
So there you go. There's another thing to impress the masses. Now before, I think we may have done that. I don't know yourself, or I may have gone. I've gone to the gym and I did it for myself, but I want people around my circle would see the gains and that would be impressing your people. But now, because you've got Instagram, you've got so many people viewing you. You are trying to impress the masses. Yeah. So that's where the pressure comes from. Would you agree?
Yeah. 100%, yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it's different than. People, would you say the kids these days have a different approach on going to the gym, and they have different pressures to taking the relaxed vibe and saying, look, I just want to do it and just have fun with my friends and socialise and see what I can, and trial and error and find out different things? Or is it so much pressure they're trying to learn this, they're trying to learn that, trying to this to that person? They're trying to, if they're not looking good, not getting the results straight away, then they're feeling like it's not working because they can't show the results. I mean, I went to the gym yesterday and I seen everyone, like there's five people had their cameras out. Next one, posing and doing that, which is good. It's cool. Like if you get, but what are they doing it for? Are they doing it to show the people, to help with the people? Or are they doing it because they want to show themselves? You know what I mean? You understand?
People seek confirmation, don't they?
Yeah.
So I've already got confirmation from my guys around me. Like, okay, you're growing and stuff, but ultimately, like, if you can impress people that don't know you, it's an ego thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything feeds the ego, and this is where, like, bro, like I've been reading this book by Eckhart.
I know what you're talking about. The Power of Now, and he's got the book there. Yeah.
And when he talks about the ego, and like this is where I say, like, I try to keep level, because every time you walk in a room, you're thinking, okay, oh, what's he got? Okay, so I can come in this room and say like, oh, there's that, there's this. Yeah. And are you doing more than me?
Yeah.
You know, like some people are like that. And everything's for ego, isn't it? So when you're saying social media, it's like, can I boost my ego? Even if it's subconsciously, that's ultimately what you're doing. You're trying to feel better about yourself. In a sense. And
I agree. And that's being honest, isn't it? Like you do use that.
Honest, of course.
You got that little bar yourself is when you post something, you want feedback from it. And if you don't, then you feel like, oh, well, what's the point?
Doing something right.
Yeah, I'm not doing something right. Well, it doesn't mean that. You do it, whoever it appeals to. If they don't get anything from it. It's always been like that.
Yeah, 100%. And sometimes, like even when I put up posts now, and sometimes, if you notice, every so often I'll put a paragraph about something about my journey or something, and it won't get as much likes as the actual food, but I'll get more DMs.
Yeah. Human interaction.
That I like saying like, oh, you know, I really appreciate like what you've put up. I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. And then I can get into a conversation and they're the things that I like, rather than you just liking a post. Like, I'd rather have be interactive with people and help on a personal level than, you know, just have 100,000 likes. Don't make sense.
All right, let's get back on track then. So I know we're going to do this because even when we have conversations off the phone, off the camera, we always veer off on something else, man. But all right, and so when did you start taking it? I mean, there's got to be a transition from you said you stayed in shape.
Yeah.
But I understand there was a transition to getting to the point where you took it to the next level where you went into competing, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
So when did that start? What age? What was there a reason for that? What was going through your mind then? Was it a time when you wanted to challenge? Like, these are things that
of course. Yeah. So I think I was working at Jaguar Land Rover then.
All right.
Doing like I said, I was doing the rotational shifts. And
okay, so explain them shifts because people might know what that is. The graveyard shift.
It's just hell. All of them are hell.
So just explain what times you're working.
So basically, if you're on a morning shift, it rotates every week.
Yeah.
So the 1 week you'll do mornings, so you'll do 6 to 1:30.
Yeah.
The second shift was afternoon, so you do 1:30 to 10 or 9.
Yeah.
One of them, and then the night shift is 9 till 6.
Yeah.
And they just rotate. So your body's just constantly in shock.
Yeah.
And it's even like things where they're saying about rotational shifts take years off your life because your body's constantly shocked.
Yeah.
It can't keep up with what's going on a day-to-day basis. So I was doing that, but like you say, I'm a person that I seek challenges of some sort, and it's not challenging me. I remember this is what drove me over the bridge with Jaguar Land Rover. Yeah. I was on a break and I downloaded a mind game.
Okay.
And I started this mind game and my brain was hurting.
Yeah, for real. Like, what you mean your brain's hurting?
My brain's hurt because everything's automatic. When you're in Jaguar Land Rover, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Day in, day out. You don't have to think about it. Do you know what I mean? And then I was on a break and I was playing this mind game and my head was hurting. Like,
yeah,
it was causing me pain to think. And that's when I was just like, this is crazy. Yeah. This is crazy. And I was drinking coffee excessively on night shifts. Like, just I don't know, bro. Like, the place, I'm sorry for the people that actually work there, but I've worked there, so I can speak on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The place is no good. You can earn good money, but like,
it comes at a cost.
Good. Yeah, it comes at a cost, for real.
So you said that's when you first.
Yeah. So from then I started to go to the gym with my friend Hakeem after the shifts.
Okay.
Because we kind of just helped each other. Like, we're getting out of shape.
Yeah.
Let's fix up a bit.
What made you realize that? Like, when at that point when we feel like, I'm getting out of shape, because what is it? Because how old are you then?
Probably about 22. Yeah.
Okay, so I say 18 to 25. Your prime. You're probably long next your prime in it. So if you're really in shape and you're falling out of shape, what's going through your mind? What you need to get back in shape? Is it your health? Is it your appearance? Is it your mental? Like, what is it?
I think it's a mix of things, isn't it? Like, nobody wants to look in the mirror. Nobody wants to look in the mirror and feel uncomfortable in their skin. Like,
okay.
Do you know what I mean? That's an insecurity.
Yeah.
We all have insecurities. That became an insecurity for me. On top of that, and you know, your job's an insecurity. You're waking up and blah, blah. There's loads of insecurities. So these kind of things, you're thinking, it can turn into depression over time, can't they?
Yeah.
So your job, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of thing like, this is why I say a lot of people from different areas and that will go to the gym, because even though they're not on track for other things, this is a thing that I can control with the gym, my progression. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can feel good about a journey. Do you know what I mean? And this is where I think like going into the gym just helped me mentally, and alongside that, the physical attributes come.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so I think it was a mix of things. I just needed to do something, or I'm gonna crash at some point. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just started going back, and I kind of started to come out of Jaguar Land Rover. I redone my GCSEs. This is what I said. Like, when I was at Jaguar Land Rover, I redid my GCSEs.
Yeah.
Redid my A levels.
Yeah.
While doing rotational shifts, because I just wanted to I need to come out of here at all costs. So I redone them. So I was taking night school and blah blah blah.
Okay. So that already says to me you've got a certain kind of drive and mentality to do that, because that, along with these shifts and wanting to do that, is you need that kind of drive. You need motivation for that, don't you?
But you know what I was mad about it? I was going to work and I felt more energized. because your mind's like, I'm doing something now progressive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I can, even though it's taking up more time and I should be physically more tired, my mind's saying, yo, just keep going because there's something at the end of this. Do you know what I mean? So
set yourself a goal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so once you set yourself a goal, it's with anything, you know, with competing.
Yeah.
It can be tiring, but your mind's saying just keep going because the end goal is the end goal, isn't it? So,
but the goal's got to be, it's got to have that impact. I feel.
Yeah.
A lot of times, it's got to have the impact because if it doesn't have the impact and that it's, you knew that if you hit this goal, you're going to get out of this place, which is causing you a lot of pain in other areas.
Yeah.
So that's why it was worth it. If it's not worth it, do you feel that then will people still drive towards it? You can lose motivation.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like this thing with motivation, you have to talk about motivation, can't you? As its own subject, it's like motivation is a temporary thing. You need to be disciplined regardless of whatever I can watch a motivational video and be motivated for half an hour.
Yeah.
You have to be disciplined regardless, you know, with anything. Yeah. You don't want to come here today and but you have to be, this is your grind. Do you know what I mean? Like to get to a better place with anything, you have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
So motivation, I don't even think about in a sense. I need to get out of here. So I'm doing it regardless. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's pain or it's bothering me or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I just need to do it.
All right. So you're feeling insecure about your weight. You're Land Rover in a place you don't like. You're building yourself outside of work with the education side of it.
Yeah.
But you're also starting to build the physical side to feel better.
Yeah.
Tell me, like, because obviously I know that from then you went on to the competing. So where does it go back to explain again? Like, where does it go from the transition from okay, I'm insecure to getting to the point you're on stage in the best shape of your life, probably? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it? You know. I think I finished my studies. I finished like my redoing my GCSEs and redoing college.
Yeah.
And I left Jaguar Land Rover.
Okay.
So I left Jaguar Land Rover, and me and my girlfriend booked to go traveling.
All right.
So it was just before traveling that it started. But I had free time now.
Yeah.
Like I'm after rotational shifts. I was working doing Tesco delivery.
All right.
Tesco delivery, but I was happy.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because I was just in my van playing music.
Yeah.
Chilling, just dropping up, and the pay was decent. So I was just like, yeah, I'm happy. So what I was doing, I was saving for traveling.
Yeah.
Finishing up college because I just left Jaguar Land Rover. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this no more. And then just training. Like I said, I went from the gym in town. I don't know which one it's called. I don't know what it's called. You know, Waterstone.
No, not
the one
really.
opposite. Anyway,
yeah, okay.
Gym in town to the gym, and then I started training there like daily.
Yeah.
And then made a transition to Emporium, and that's when I just think like I was started to be around people that are actually in really good shape.
Okay, so Emporium's a bodybuilding gym based in Birmingham.
Yeah.
A lot of people compete there also. I mean, I've been there. Obviously, we met there. Also, so so what did that? Yeah, that changed your whole look on things.
I didn't even know about competing.
I did know about it until, but I didn't really look at it as.
I didn't have a clue what competing. Like, I didn't even know there was bodybuilding competing. Like
you must have known that Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, like men's physique. And
men's physique. Yeah. I didn't know about that.
I didn't even know about it. Like Arnold, obviously, that's a different. You don't even think about that kind of stuff, do you? Because you're not. Yeah. It's never going to happen unless you're on crazy madness. So I think I started to just train with different people, speak to different people, and see like. You just level up your training in general, don't you? Because I'm always open to people telling me what to do. Not telling me what to do, but
advice.
I'm always open to advice, and like, especially with some more mature people. And like I said, with Richard.
Richard.
Yeah. Legend.
Yeah. Richard, before we go into it, Richard, he's just a guy that trains at Emporium. I didn't know him from Adam either. And he's come to me and we've had conversations. Nice guy, man. Like, shout out to Richard.
Yeah,
man. Like,
shout out to Richard for sure.
Man, yeah.
Because you start to, most people are intimidated by these kind of gyms, and I found out like, bro, I didn't even speak to nobody in the other gyms.
Yeah,
I come to these places and it's like a family.
It's a community, isn't it?
It's a community. For real, so everybody's just there to like, yo, if you want help with this, then let's help. So I just started training. Saw that other people was doing this competition stuff, and on the sly, I was like, oh, is this something I could do? And I remember I started doing cardio on a stepper without telling anyone that I even was thinking about it, because I didn't want to confirm it in my head.
Yeah.
Because in case I didn't get into shape or lose this. So I remember I was like 6 weeks into doing that, being on a stepper.
Yeah.
And I'm trimming up.
Okay.
And like people are like, bro, is that your normal, is that what you like normally? And I'm like, yeah.
Try to play it down.
Try to play it down. So I'm like, yeah. That's what I'm like normally. Like, and then people are starting to say like, oh, you should compete and stuff. It's like, oh, I don't know. But already in my head, I'm thinking that's what I wanted to do anyway, just for another challenge and blah, blah, blah. So I knew that there was something coming up soon. And then that's when Warren started to speak to me and saying like, you should do this competition. And that's when I think I just took it serious. I was like, I've got 6 to 8 weeks to just
do
everything.
The funny thing is though, like the first person that come up to me that asked me about competing was Richard.
Was it?
Said same person. He didn't say, oh, like come obviously train me enough for that, but he goes, oh, you should compete. You're in good shape and so on. Same thing, man. I think it's a bit different in regards to I'd been in good shape before, innit? I'd been in good shape before, and then I fell out of shape, and I went to Emporium, and I was like, I'm gonna get back in shape, like, and in this gym, and I wanna go and smash it. You get me? And then body power came up. Yeah. And do you remember when everyone was in all the bodybuilders in the gym, everyone's in the gym, and then I'm thinking, obviously, there's, talk about egos.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's walking around there with their top off and stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself,
it's a bit mad.
It's a bit mad. But I'm thinking to myself, how come I'm in better shape than that myself? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't doing it. I'm thinking I need to go and obviously see what I can do.
Yeah, 100%.
That was my take. And I just thought I'd share that with you because I don't know if you wouldn't have told you that.
I didn't. No. Well, it's mad that they're not even like we didn't organically approach the situation and say we're gonna do it. It's just like it's like you fall onto stage in a sense. And you go to train out. I'm in good shape. Let's get on stage, where people now are setting up, like you say. Yeah. People now are like, I'm a fitness influencer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna compete. I'm doing this. Whereas, as I say, I didn't have a clue about none of it until I started like speaking to people and people saying like you should compete. So, but yeah, one time was good enough, or not one time, but that little section was good enough.
How was that for you? How was prep? How was the whole training side? Did anything change from what you're already doing? Like, how did you deal with it mentally? Because it's a lot. Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
Yeah.
You've had the same girlfriend for? Yeah, okay. So how was that? Because so
don't even have to say too much. I think everybody knows what you're like when you're competing. It's just,
But what would your girlfriend say?
I don't know, what would she say? She would say much. She probably just hit me of some sort. But no, because you're deprived of so much energy. Yeah. You just don't want to be. It's like you don't want to be around people, but you want them to be around you. It's a mad feeling. Yeah. It's like I wanted my girlfriend there, but at the same time, I'm like, just give me some space.
Yeah.
Like, you turn bipolar.
Yeah,
you turn bipolar.
It does affect you psychologically a little bit, man. Like, it just. I mean, for me, I was forgetting stuff and that, like going into the gym, leaving my keys in the treadmill, having to go back, leaving my wallet there, and like, it's like losing it a little bit, and it. I don't know, is that dangerous?
Yeah.
To a certain extent,
Of course it is. It's not normal, is it? People pass out after competitions because they're so, everything's been sucked out of them.
But on the flip side, on the day of you competed, how did you feel? On the day you competed, how did you feel when you sat with yourself?
I felt great.
Yeah, so look at that.
But that's a psychological thing, isn't it? You can you can do a marathon. Yeah. People do a marathon. And that little section when they pass the finish line is the best feeling ever. But soon, your body's going to be like,
okay.
Yeah, we just ran a marathon. So come back to reality because we need to sort this out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like
that short high.
Yeah. It's just a small high, isn't it really? Because I know when I got off stage, I had I thought, yeah, I'm gonna eat. I've got this, I've got that, I've got this, and you're probably the same. I had one slice of pizza.
It's bloated. Yeah, it's done. You can't do it, innit?
Done. So
now talking about eating.
Yeah.
Talking about eating.
Let's get ready to rumble.
No. The reason we're talking about eating. You competed. Was you vegan?
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian at the time you competed. Yeah, okay. Then.
Yeah.
So no meat.
No meat. No.
Any reason for that? Were you always not eating meat or?
No, not always, but since I was conscious about it.
Yeah.
Because there's like phases to, okay, what, like the knowledge that you're open to. Like I think we all thought about pork from way back.
Yeah.
You know, we all thought about pork, that pork's not good.
Yeah, culture-wise, culture, Caribbean culture,
yeah,
we're told that pork's no good. Yeah.
So automatically you're like, yeah, push that aside.
Yeah.
And then it's red meat.
Mm-hmm.
People was conscious about red meat from way back.
Yeah.
So I cut out red meat because I knew about. I didn't even really like red meat too much.
Okay.
Like beef wasn't even
a thing
for me. So to cut out red meat wasn't a problem. You know, so I just staying pescatarian wasn't a problem for me at the time. And
so what was you eating? What was your diet like? What were you eating when you were prepping for your competition?
Mainly whitefish, wasn't it?
Okay.
Whitefish and rice.
Okay.
Which you end up on anyway, don't you? Really, towards the end, you end up on like whitefish.
I was eating a little bit chicken and salmon.
Yeah.
Salmon, chicken, that's what I was eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's not that much different. I mean, that's the only meat that I was eating was the chicken side of it. I wasn't eating steak or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So pescatarian.
Yeah, pescatarian then.
So moving forward, I mean, when did the transition move to the whole vegan side?
When I was traveling.
Okay then. So, and that was, you talked about that earlier on, didn't you? So you said you booked before the competition, you booked to go traveling.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you competed. So where did you, before we jump that, because I'm obviously jumping back and forth. Where did you finish with the competing? So we want to know that. Like, how did you get on? Second,
and then I done that World Series thing where
another competition, a follow on.
Was it? Yeah. Where it was just like the the best of the people from around the world within the PCA Federation, and I didn't even place on that because you just knew that you wasn't going to place on that kind of thing. Because
did that knock you?
Of course, everything knocks you.
I don't know, because I'm saying I don't know that did it.
It wouldn't. That person who I was then, it knocked.
Okay,
it wouldn't knock me now because I'd evaluate the situation and say you're not ready for that situation, so stop doing it just for what? For what reason?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd say you're not ready for that situation, so go back, assess the situation, and do it when you're ready.
Yeah. Don't be shocked about the results if you're not ready.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're not ready. Okay, fair enough. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, all right, so you did still do well. So congratulations on that. Regardless, because you can go, you competed, you come second.
Yeah.
That's not easy. Regardless, we know that. Like, how many guys were you on stage with?
I'm not sure. That was a good composition though.
Yeah, and I think I do remember
because a lot of
a few guys that have gone on to win.
People.
A few guys that have gone to win like British titles and that in the same thing as you, innit? Yeah. So
I think my conditioning was just
it was ridiculous.
Really good.
Yeah. You have to everyone to check out the pictures on your Instagram. Yeah. For that.
I look back on them and I'm just like, but this is another thing. Like I'd never regret that because it just look and seeing how far you can take your body in a sense, But no, it's not good to put your body through that madness all the time.
All the time, yeah.
But
you can live you can look good and look well and healthy, doing as you are now, can't you?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, and so you set out to go traveling after competing.
Yeah.
Where did you go and why did you go? Ooh. What were you looking for? I was wondering about travelers.
Yeah. Traveling is just about you want to test yourself in a sense in multiple different situations. You have to be adaptive when you're traveling. People think traveling is this easy thing that you're just lying on beach. Traveling tests you. I'm telling you, you get a lot. You learn a whole heap about yourself when you're traveling.
Okay,
because
why?
You're alone with your mental space.
Okay.
You're alone with your mental space, and you're speaking to people that we haven't had conversations with. Like you come from I don't know, Tunisia.
Yeah.
The way you've grown up is totally different to me, blah, blah, blah. And we can be around 10 different people coming from 10 different places.
Yeah.
You have to learn to articulate yourself in a manner that's appropriate for an individual situation. On top of that, you can be, we was on 24-hour trains, 18-hour coaches. These are the things that come with traveling, and like people think, oh yeah, you just jet setting left, right, and center. Which again, like taking in the culture and taking in the cuisines and blah, all of it's worth it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But there is tests along the way with traveling. But the reason I went to traveling because I just want to see the world. Okay. You don't want to see the world. Like I understand. Actually, there is people that
don't want to see the world. Some people don't want to see don't want to see the ends.
Yeah, which is crazy. Which is crazy. But seeing the world, it's the best. I don't feel like I can put a finger on how it directly affected me for the better, but I know it has. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. You look at I remember seeing the pictures and stuff like that. Yeah. And it did look amazing. It looked like something out of like a movie and something like the picture you were taking and stuff like that. But you as an individual, you always I've got the impression you always feel at peace with yourself. Yeah. You're very comfortable in your own skin. You seem that way. Yeah. So was that something you went on holiday? Well, you went traveling to find more about yourself, or was it a thing you was already this is me and this is what I want to do kind of thing?
I've always wanted to travel. Yeah. That doesn't mean that I was gonna travel. Yeah. I never thought there was a period before traveling where you just feel inadequate. You don't feel like you should be doing certain things. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I'm always thankful for my partner, because we just raise each other up in a sense, and it was good that she wanted to travel as well. Yeah. So before traveling, you're kind of scared. It's kind of a scary experience because you're away from obviously it's family, comfort, everything that comforts you. And then when you go traveling, and you constantly feel like, say if you approach a new situation, you feel like you have to sell yourself right. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I get what you mean. What do you do? I went to traveling, and the first conversation I had, nobody asked about what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. All people are interested in, like, hey, do you want to do this? Shall we do this? You should travel here. Blah, blah, blah. And this, I'm like, there's these people in the world that actually don't care about where you come from, what you've done. Yeah. All they want to do is just have a conversation and have fun. Help you enjoy yourself and have the best experience. And that's what I got throughout traveling and picked up from traveling. I'm like, I'm just going to be myself. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And I found throughout traveling, I was just getting more confident with myself because people were
accepting you as you are, and
I am. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably the best thing I take away from traveling. Like people say, oh, what's the best? All these places you went to visit, like what's the best thing that's come away from traveling? I said, probably me. Do you know, and like the experiences with people. Yeah. Because I was very socially awkward before traveling. That's another thing. All right. And with the business that you're going into, you're speaking to so many people that you need to learn how to articulate yourself properly. So, Okay, so that's something that you've taken from that. Then, what about the food, going into the food side? Because you at that point that you came back in and you were vegan, weren't you? Yeah. So how did that play its role towards your transition to vegan? I was reading this book it's literally called How Not to Die.
All right.
Yeah. I was reading this book called How Not to Die.
Do you know who's by? Just in case anybody wants to.
Can I look at it?
Yeah. I'll put it in the thing. I'll put it in after, yeah.
It's Dr. Greg something, yeah. I was reading this book called How Not to Die because I was on a lot of journeys. Yeah. Coaches or trains. So, and you don't really have Wi-Fi or when you're in these places. So,
disconnected. So you've got so literally you, yourself and a book.
A book, yeah. So I'm reading this book, but I'm really intrigued. I love learning about the body regardless. And I've noticed that from all the years of being alive, I've always wanted to, even if I wasn't directly vegan, I was trying to look for a way to make my body better. Yeah. Like not physically, like, health-wise. So I was reading a book called How Not to Die, and already when I was going to Southeast Asia and these places, I definitely wasn't going to eat meat in them places. Like loads of people wouldn't do that anyway, you know, when they go away because it's different bacteria and stuff.
Okay.
So loads of my friends around me was becoming ill, you know, because they're eating meat and they're eating fish and the bacteria is different. It's different. They haven't gone through the same process. The fish can be too fresh for you out in these places. It can be caught and on your plate within the same day. Whereas in the UK, it's come from Iceland, travelled,
how many,
you know, and it's had certain
what they're called, the preservatives in there,
preservatives and blah 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 put into them before it gets to your plate. It's probably a 3-week process or something like that. Whereas in there, it can be too fresh. So people are becoming ill around me, and I'm like, I'm reading this book, and I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm just like, I'm just gonna try and stay vegetarian/vegan. I'm going to try. And it was just easier. And then when I got to Southeast Asia, that's when I started enjoying eating vegan and vegetarian food because their food, Thailand's food for vegans is through the roof. And this is where I was like, do I really need fish or chicken or do I need any of this? And then I started to look into populations and illnesses. So I'm looking at India's cancer rate, it's low. Looking at Sri Lanka's, I'm looking at the Southeast Asia, it's all low. And then you look at the Western community. Everywhere in Europe, America, these places, everyone's getting the rate of cancer is through the roof.
And you feel that's because of the diet?
What else could it be for? Like when you put 2 and 2 together, the main a big community in India are vegetarian or vegan. A big community in Southeast Asia are vegetarian or vegan. These places are conscious about what they eat. Very conscious about what they eat. Even Japan was, but now they're becoming westernized. They're eating a lot more meat and stuff. But before they had the big vegan and all the like Buddhists and monks and stuff are vegan. You know, like these are the things. So I'm starting to look into these things. And I'm like,
why are these people doing this?
Exactly. And there's reasoning behind it. And even in India, if you eat a cow, it's a holy cow. Do you know about that?
No.
The holy cow in India.
Okay.
They feed the cow before they feed their family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they feed they feed the cow.
Yeah.
Then a black dog.
Yeah.
And then their family.
All right. Why is that?
It's just
the way it is.
That's how it is. So the cow's holy. So they don't even. You
don't want to eat the cow.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Of course. Yeah.
So any like people that have came over have been westernized.
Yeah.
Do you know? So that if they're eating meat, then it's because you've been westernized. But in India, you can't be eating holy cows. Well, I remember I was in India and we was in a tuk-tuk and there's cows in the road. Yeah. You can't even move the cows out the way. You can't touch the cows.
Why?
Because they're holy cows.
So, yeah, but then we're getting very spiritual here. So people, I'm saying, at least I'm just talking about like people may listen to this and what's he talking about holy cows? You know what I mean? Like, what's that got to do with being vegan?
Because that's what I'm on about the community.
Okay.
I'm on about India's population.
Yeah.
So they don't eat beef.
Would you say, okay, are we saying people in India are healthier than people in the UK?
100%.
Yeah. And that's our facts, would you say, or is it something that?
Well, look at the statistics of who's a healthier population. Look at the statistics.
And would you say that's Asia-wise also people across Asia? So they do. Yeah. Okay then. All right. And that would be solely down to diet, not down to cigarettes or alcohol or. They've
pushed cigarettes on that their populations more nowadays because you can, mate, when you go out into these places, they're smoking cigarettes
all the
time.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with that. Because what they went through a period where, like I say, when cigarettes were sponsoring sports shows and blah blah blah, that got withdrawn. You can't do that no more because you're going against, you're promoting an unhealthy thing on a platform that's supposed to be healthy. Where people are supposed to be health conscious. So they took away the advertisement for cigarettes and they started to push it into like Southeast Asia and India and these places.
Okay.
And pull it at a cheaper rate to keep the level of income.
Yeah.
In a sense, so it's nothing to do with that because they're on the same. They're doing the same, and they drink.
Right. So you're heavy. You can tell that from that small little bit. You're heavy influenced by you traveling.
Yeah.
To your reason why you become vegan. Then you've done your research.
Yeah.
Which you're saying is based off facts. Is like this is what you found out. So why? And why am I not vegan? Everyone's doing it for this reason, and you feel that it's a bigger, what's the word? A big thing towards your health, as in like it's going to help you, as an individual. Yeah, am I? Is that the reason? Is that the best
100%,
reason
like,
why? Yeah,
the reason I'm doing it is because I'm becoming health conscious. You have to open your eyes, and this is what I think I learned to do when traveling. Just open your eyes. Stop. Don't even think too much. This is what I say when people are like, "Oh, why are you vegan?" Just dumb it down a second.
Yeah.
And think about it. And this is where I was talking about our biology.
Yeah.
Our natural biology.
Okay.
Be real and say, can you kill an animal with your biology?
Yeah. So can I kill an animal with my bare hands, or have I got the tools? I mean, I'd say I could build the tools.
You can build a tool, but that's an invention. Like when we go back to it, that's an invention. Something has to be invented. Mm-hmm. So what somebody's thought, okay, I'm not getting food. There's not food around me, natural food.
Yeah.
I need to find a way to get food.
Okay.
I can't kill an animal, but maybe I can create something that can kill an animal.
Yeah.
So what was happening before you could create the tool to kill the animal?
Well, you'd say if you got the resources around you, you would eat plants.
You'd eat plants.
Yeah.
And because even we talk about our jaw biology.
Yeah.
Our jaws go up and down and left and right, which is made for grinding.
Okay.
So if you're eating spinach or if you're eating an apple, you need to grind it.
Yeah.
If you eat meat, any meat eater, talk about tigers or whatever, their jaw just goes up and down.
Yeah. Well, we don't have sharp teeth. Sharp teeth.
We ain't got claws.
Yeah.
We've got nothing that's made to eat meat or to kill an animal to eat meat.
Yeah. We've
got nothing. So this word stop. And then we talk about being alkaline or acidic. Our pH level is a fact that our pH level is based off 7, around 7. It's a fact. These meats and processed stuff and cheeses and milks are acidic. So you're creating an acidic environment.
Mm-hmm.
If you go towards the vegetables and the superfoods, they're all on a plant-based spectrum.
Okay. So what does that mean though? Like, what does that mean for, I mean, you talked about the pH levels. What does that mean?
If we're talking about pH levels, it's just what your body operates best on. So if we bring up this bottle.
Yeah. Bottle of water.
The bottle of water.
Yeah.
The average bottle of water. It says it's got a pH level of 7.2.
Mm-hmm.
But what occurs is, this is what I get from it.
Yeah.
They put bicarbonate soda into your water.
Yeah.
Your bottled water, which lifts up the pH level. Okay. So it says that it's not acidic.
Yeah.
It says that it's not acidic, but ultimately bottled water is not the water that you want to be taking on. You want to be taking on alkaline water.
Okay.
So which is just literally pure spring water. It's got no preservatives in or sodium or potassium or silk, none of these things.
Why is it important to have alkaline water?
Because the majority of our body is water.
Okay.
It's like 70% of our body is water.
Okay, but why alkaline water? Like because you talk about acidic and alkaline. Like, I mean, I don't know that much about it. I've got a basic, not basic knowledge about that, but listeners may not even have a clue. So just explain that to as layman terms as to what that is. All
you need to know is there's acidic foods that are not good for you, and there's alkaline foods. If you look at a basic alkaline chart, which everybody can get on Google, look at a basic alkaline chart, and it will say what's good for you and what isn't good for you.
Okay.
So you get alkaline foods, you get alkaline fluids, you get acidic foods, and you get acidic fluids.
Okay.
So that's breaking it down as much as possible. So you want to be on the alkaline spectrum because that's what's feeding your body to optimize its level of health.
Right.
And this is the level that disease can't thrive in. Whereas it's acidic, if you keep your body acidic, that's when stuff will thrive on. Like your cancer cells or blah, blah, blah. That's when that can grow.
Okay.
So that's acidic and alkaline.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, this whole, like I said, the whole vegan thing.
Yeah.
It's very popular. This is a popular conversation at this day and time. And so people will talk about it. Some people will frown upon it. Some people won't.
Yeah.
I've kind of like, me personally, I've slowed down my intake on meats.
Yeah.
Not because I'm watching any of these programs that are coming up.
Of course, yeah.
But it's just me. I like to experiment, try new things.
Yeah.
I hear a lot about it. I'm going to read a lot more into it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try it this way. So I eat meat on the weekends and pescatarian at the moment and some vegan meals in the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say to all these like these things that at the moment? I mean, there's a few things on Netflix and do you know what it's called? What's it called? Because you talked about Ultimate Performance.
What's it called?
What's it called? Do you know, Ramon, what it's called? The show on Netflix
With Arnold.
with the sports performance one. I can't remember.
Yeah.
The listeners must know. I know. If you know, you know.
It'll come back to me. It'll come back in a second.
See if you can find out what it's called, Ramon.
Yeah, just put in Arnold vegan.
Yeah. And Serena Williams is on it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Serena Williams.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you think of things like that?
You have to be careful. You have to be careful because I don't understand that. This is where I say there's scientists that will come out that is their whole, or environmentalists. These are the people that you need to listen to, environmentalists, because they know the problems that are occurring. So listen to But anyway, besides that, what's it called?
It's called Game Changers.
Game Changers.
Yeah, the Game Changers. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So when we're talking, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the forefront of that.
Okay.
A guy that's been eating meat and had steroids and done this the whole of his life. Yet we listen to him because he's been vegan for a few months. There's scientists that have dedicated their whole life to this thing and give you papers,
facts.
left, right, and say facts.
Proof. Yeah, facts.
What Arnold's saying. What Kai Green saying, I'm turning vegan, but doesn't mean you're healthy because you're taking steroids and blah, blah, blah every single day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these are the people that you're listening to.
Yeah.
When there's people that are like putting their life on the line with information that's fact-based. Yeah. And you don't want to listen to them.
So have you seen Game Changers?
Yeah, I've seen Game Changers.
So I know we had, like I said, back and forth, we had a conversation. And you was giving you impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's just mad, isn't it? It's just mad.
I'd have to laugh, man, but like...
You have to listen to this person
because what kind of things was he saying? Like, what kind of things was he saying
He was just saying that, like, he's vegan now. Okay. He's vegan. And obviously he's saying that his he feels better about being vegan.
Okay, which is fair enough. Because you can change and you can say, look, I've changed.
Yeah.
So you could always look at it as the angle, like, he's done this for so long and it's worked for him because his career's built. Then he decided to go here. So we should listen to him because he was on this side. Why has he changed? He's going to get more attention than the guys that's been doing it for years.
Yeah. And do you remember when we spoke about Dr. Sebi?
Yeah, so Dr. Sebi.
And Dr. Sebi was trying to get people that people would actually listen to. Because people...
So before we go into it, to explain who Dr. Sebi is. So
Dr. Sebi is a holistic...
And you can Google this, can't you?
Herbal master of all time.
For a lot of stars.
Yeah, and he's cured cancer. He's cured many diseases.
Yeah.
HIV.
Yeah.
Like he's cured literally everything. And what he wanted to do is get some of the stars like Oprah Winfrey and so on to publicly talk about this stuff, and they wouldn't. So I get the idea of using somebody that people would actually listen to.
Yeah.
But why does it take somebody who don't know really and truly the ins and outs of a vegan diet or a plant-based diet or alkaline diet for somebody to listen when there's scientists that are putting the information out with fat-based, but people don't want to listen to that.
I say it's people because, like I said, we've always lived the world of influence in it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
that's mad.
Who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to? You want to be a runner? Are you going to listen to Usain Bolt, or are you going to listen to Usain Bolt's trainer?
If I had access to Usain Bolt's trainer, I'd be listening to Usain Bolt's trainer.
Yeah, but whereas a lot of people may say, I'm going to listen to Usain Bolt.
Yeah, but Usain Bolt don't know nothing about what the reason why they're giving him that nutrition, that diet, that running plan. Really and truly, you want to get to the source of the person who knows.
Yeah.
If you're real about it, and you want to actually learn, do you know, rather than going saying, "Oh, I want to be a vegan because Arnold said."
Yeah.
Why then? Okay, like what are the ins and outs? What are the reasons? What's the nutritional values? What are you going to miss?
And that's what I feel like people struggle on.
Yeah.
Because they turn vegan and then they a few weeks down the line and eating meat because they're not doing it for the real reasons.
People don't want to learn the information. This is what it is. It's comfort with anything. It's comfort with We've grown up eating meat.
Yeah.
We've grown up smoking. We've grown up drinking. I'm comfortable doing it. And nobody wants to, you have to learn about a different diet. It's the same if we go on a diet for competing.
Yeah.
We need to learn why, what's best for then, what's best for the week before, what's best for 5 weeks before. We need to learn about it, don't we? To get the best shape. So people don't want to put the time in and learn about the different diet. Or just, even if you didn't want to go onto the diet, just put in a few hours and see why people are turning vegan. Or not.
Okay. So, and I think it's where, like I said, I think it comes down to educating yourself from what you're saying, educating yourself. You've had the experience, you've had first-hand experience of living and being in an environment where there's a lot of vegans, the meals are better. Like my thing was the food, tasting of the food.
Yeah.
So I don't really like things like rocket. I'm strong, potent taste. It's like I need a bit of flavor, you know what I mean? Like I'm not that guy. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. So I have to have a bit of flavor.
Yeah.
If you can add a bit of flavor to the food, then I'm a bit more acceptable to it, and I will eat it. And it tastes nice. If it tastes good and it's good for me, you know, 2 thumbs up. I'll eat that all day.
Exactly.
But if it don't taste nice, that's my problem.
Okay, but does meat taste nice?
And I'd say yes but then. I can understand what you're going to say to me because you say, well, because I've had it for so long.
No.
Does meat taste nice?
Does meat taste nice? Meat alone?
Alone by itself? Without season?
Without seasoning?
Nah, I don't have to season it.
Learn how to season.
Well, yeah. So
it's
there you go.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
nobody likes the taste of meat.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the taste of meat.
By itself, yeah.
You're addicted to the texture because you've had it your whole life. And the seasoning is an additional thing. So now you've seasoned the meat, so you've got the texture and you've got the flavor. Besides that, there's no difference. I season all of anything that I eat.
Yeah.
All my foods taste amazing.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Nah, but
do you know what I mean?
But
you know what I had to do? I had to learn how to do it. I need to learn how I'm going to take that spice and pull it into this, or how I can manipulate them flavors and, you know, make the transition into the vegan diet.
Yeah.
It's learning.
Okay. And that makes complete sense. And I feel that there isn't enough things out there at this point, especially on the vegan side, to attract people.
Are people looking?
Are people looking?
Yeah.
To be honest with yourself, is there much things out there menu-wise on the vegan side than meat? Because when you go to restaurants, you'll see a few and that's it.
Yeah.
And there'll be limited options, and they're trying to do it more.
Yeah.
But come on, you got to admit that there's not as much.
But it's a forever growing thing.
Yeah, of course, it's growing.
And there's a lot more options than there was last year.
Yes, I agree with that too.
You know what I mean? So it's a thing that if you're a restaurant now, you have to make sure that you got vegan options. Because you're going to lose business.
Yeah.
And this is the thing now, the transition is occurring now where people are being more conscious about this thing, even if it's just through following trend.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
This is one trend that's good.
Yeah.
If it is a trend, which is not, because it's gone up 200%, it's gone under 200% since last year, veganism.
Okay.
Do you know? So it's a trend and it's forever rising.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's been rising since way back. But there's new restaurants. There's restaurants in Birmingham that are really nice.
Okay, so that moves on to my next thing,
What I did.
Restaurants and that. Yeah, so that moves on to you, Jam and Vegan. Tell me about what that is first, so everybody knows, and then we can go dig into it a bit deeper. So
it's Caribbean influenced food. I don't like to say it's totally like Caribbean, because with food you always get inspiration from everywhere. Yeah. If you keep yourself within a cuisine and just lock yourself in, you're going to be limited. So so it's Caribbean influenced vegan food, which started off as a weekly delivery around the Birmingham region, which eventually branched out to where I am currently as doing personal chefing for some footballers. Okay. And then I'm currently getting into street food as well, which is kind of like a thing that I haven't openly said, but
I get exclusive.
Exclusive.
Need a bomb boom. Yeah. So you're playing it down, man. You're doing bits like, come on, like you because there's been progress. We say you're doing bits because there's progress.
Yeah.
It's clear to see that anybody that's following you, there is progress. Progress comes a lot of hard work. But of course. There is progress, because you're starting off with doing like the meals, which you said, and then you're chefing. Was you trying to be a chef at any point? Was that what you wanted to do?
I remember, like I say, saying like to my girl and to other people, like in another life, I would have loved to be a chef. I'm the person that wakes up on Saturday and I'm putting on the chef programs, or I'm watching MasterChef, or I'm watching Bake Off, and you're like subconsciously you're not even. I'd love to do this kind of thing, but you just don't think it's like I said before. There's certain paths that you just don't feel are for you. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like when you're beating yourself up, you beat yourself up, don't you? And like when I got to a level of, I wouldn't say total peace within my head, but like learning how to tame negative thoughts to a certain extent, I was open to trying the things anyway, regardless. Yeah. So with the chefing things, these are natural things. You can't. I don't think you can learn how to have taste buds.
No, you can't. I mean, you got to have a bit of flavor. No pun intended, but
but there's like people that will cook and not know what's missing or something. You'll follow a recipe, but you still can't get good food out of a recipe.
So what makes yours different? What makes because I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
And it does remind me of the Caribbean music. And some when you kind of like used the images that look like meat dishes.
Yeah.
But, and like the curry goat. Yeah. The curry goat, and is it tofu?
Nah, jackfruit.
Jackfruit, yeah. So the curry goat, that looks like curry goat to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that looks nice. Whether it's meat or not. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So like, have you done that on purpose to gain the attention?
What I do is this. You always have to be conscious of people that are making transitions.
Yeah.
It's not easy to make a transition. So people want what's familiar.
Yeah.
So these are the reasons why sometimes I'll manipulate a meat dish only for the purpose of people that are making the transition.
Yeah.
Whereas the majority of my stuff will just be wholesome stuff.
Yeah.
As I don't like to you want to disattach yourself from being a meat, like, manipulator in a sense. There's a lot of places that are vegan and they just manipulate loads of meats.
Okay.
But it's still better than
meat.
Actually having a meat. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But I think that's smart what you do.
Yeah.
I do think it's smart because the food does look the pictures. I mean, if you're a chef, you need to have nice pictures. The food needs to look delicious, and the food does look delicious. You know what I'm saying? There's things on there when I'm actually reading the ingredients, I'm like, would I even eat that though? But it looks nice. So I might even try it at least. You know them ones. So
exactly.
So tell me tell me a bit about the progress from like I said, you've started off doing the few meals to getting to where you are now. Like, how does it move from setting up meals, sending meals over Instagram, to chefing, personal chefing for footballers? That's a big jump.
It's just organic, isn't it? Everything, you don't expect certain things to occur, but with word of mouth or people passing on your stuff, it's only going to get to, and the more you do it, it's gonna get to people that are of influence in a sense. Do you know what I mean? So it eventually got to people that are interested in vegan Caribbean food, because what it is people are willing to make a change.
Yeah.
But like you say, you want flavors and stuff, especially when you've grown up on certain flavors.
Yeah.
And this is where I was like this, where when I came home from traveling, I was like, wait, but I haven't got Thailand now. I haven't got Sri Lanka. I haven't got India. I need to make my own vegan food.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
You know, so now I have to learn how to translate Caribbean food in vegan food. And that's when, so it's good because the people that approached me wanted to make a change, but there was like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Vegan food is it's not flavoursome, but I've seen your food. Or somebody's passed me your food on, or somebody said this about your food and I've heard this. So eventually people are just saying that, and it got to the right people in a sense. Not right people, but you know what I mean? Like I've influenced in a sense.
Okay.
So,
And it's proof is in the pudding, isn't it? It doesn't matter. Instagram allows you to get into contact with people that you wouldn't normally get into contact with.
Yeah.
And you've been producing content on there, which is good quality content. You've got good word of mouth.
Yeah.
And like I said, now you're at that point. So what are your next steps? I mean, so you're chefing for footballers. I mean, you're allowed to say? Or
no,
okay, you rather not. Okay, that's fine. So you just we'll leave it as that. Yeah. So you're chefing for footballers. Are you just going to do footballers, or are you looking to branch out to anyone's available?
I'm always open to challenges, and I've got a few things that I want to do ultimately.
Okay.
Like I say, the first thing I'm gonna attack now is street food.
Okay, that's massive. That is at the moment too.
It's just so I've just got this vintage van that I'm currently working on, and I want to push that out eventually at some point.
Yeah.
This year.
By time summer? You reckon you get it by summer?
I don't want to drop no.
Okay, no more bombs.
No, because I don't know.
You don't.
You know.
You don't know yet. Okay,
literally. So I'll just wait for that one.
All right, and so what's next to come from you? Is there books? Is anything else? Like what?
Bro, it's all at the moment. I've always said like, just chill, just focus on now.
Yeah.
Because again, when you take yourself out of now and start thinking about past or future too much, your mind's not in the right state. It's just not in the right state. So I just, same like I'm here now. I'm here. Let me just focus on this now. I don't want to be thinking out of this room. I just want to focus on this. So at the moment, I'm just going to be focusing on, I've got my goal within the street food stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm doing personal chefing now. They are my focus. Like, beyond that, I may have goals in my idea, but when it gets to that point where I feel like, okay, let me now jump onto that.
Yeah.
I'll do it then. I'm not a person that's, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing, because the tide can change. The tide can change at any time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So let me just focus on this now, because this needs my 100% now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
All right, and so you're a man of many talents, obviously, creatively and stuff like that. And like I said, you like to stay creative.
Yeah.
You've moved into the food industry.
Yeah.
You got the Caribbean flavour there. So it's only right that we do something to try and build on that. So have you done a jingle yet? Because I also know if anyone follows you on Instagram, we know that you can sing in it.
Oh, here we go.
So what I want you to do, on a freestyle, I want you to do a jingle, a nice little jingle for obviously Jam and Vegan. So I'm gonna put a beat on for you. And then you're just going to go and just do your thing over
it. Yeah, you laugh in that corner.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, this work with a beat.
Who are they? Rastafari.
Yeah. You got to be serious because you might even find something on this.
All right, then. Let me see.
Remember, this is your advertisement. The advert for it, Let's go.
Yo, put some salt and pepper on the thing. Yeah. We like the ring thing. Lemon and thing, chickpea, everything spirulina. Yeah, I'ma feel ya. I'ma hear ya. Flavor and taste. Yeah, burn all the waste.
Where's the hook? Don't forget your name.
Jammy vegan.
Hey.
Hey, Jammy vegan.
Hey.
Hey, Jammy vegan.
Hey.
Jammy vegan. Oh.
Wow, I like this, man. I like that. That was good. That's a bit of freestyle, man. And you got the ingredients in there and everything, you know what I'm saying?
I think so. Salt and pepper, that's about it.
Salt and pepper and spirulina.
Some spirulina.
Spirulina.
Put that on food, but it's good for you.
It's all good. Okay, so one more question I do want to ask before we wrap it up is, what advice would you give to somebody that wants to even look into this, becoming a vegan?
Just take your time. Take your time. Everybody has their time within, like I say, if you've been eating something, you've been doing something your whole life, it's going to take time to make change with anything.
Yeah.
So just relax, take your time. Don't try and cut stuff out straight away. Because it's like a drug addict saying, I'm going to stop this today. It's not going to happen. So, and you'll probably end up going in the opposite direction. So just take your time. Like you say, if you're eating meat, phase it out slowly.
Yeah.
Half and half a week. I don't know, make something that's suitable for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then go from there, take your time, and eventually come to the light.
come over to the light, come to the good side.
Nah. But
what's it? And another thing is that how do they dodge? I say not the haters, but what's it like being a vegan in this day and age? Like, how would you? The people got a lot to say about vegans, isn't it? So
of course, it's not dodging. It's kind of like increasing your tolerance in a sense. Because you're gonna repeatedly. People care so much about, like, say people say, oh, where'd you get your protein from? Or where'd you get your B12 from? I can say, where'd you get your B, A, B, C, D, F, G? Because most of it's coming from vegetables, but you're only caring about you're bringing up this one thing that affects a vegan diet. What about the 365,000 things that the majority of your diet is meat? Yeah. Do you think you're getting a sufficient amount of vitamins on a meat-based diet? But yet you're just bringing up a B12, which is bad for, it's bad in both, it's bad in all diets because it's a bacteria. It's a bacteria that gets killed by pesticides and blah, blah, blah. It's a natural thing that comes out of like manure and stuff. So what happens is the animals, you'll get, like, if you're in a meat-based diet, you're getting it through, the animals are being supplemented B12. Yeah. Or they're getting fed feces. Okay. So that's how people will get B12 through meat, which is still minimal. You should still supplement it regardless. Yeah. So for those guys that are on any diet, get a B12 supplement anyway. But like I say, man, you just learn to tolerate things and answer questions within a place where you can try and put a spin on it and be a bit more educational, but without being forceful. All right. Yeah.
All right. And so let's wrap up today's podcast. And I always wrap it up with a little game at the end, is where I'll give you a subject. Well, I'll give you a selection. You pick out a subject and you give me your advice with the best advice on your personal experience in 1 minute. But I'm not going to time you, but around that time. So you can pick between these.
Oh, it's just random.
That's random. Let's pick one out. It's going to be a subject. What is it?
Fitness training.
Oh, fitness training. That's an easy one for you, isn't it? Should we go with another one? Yeah, pick another one. Now I want to have this. That's two just.
Yeah. Obstacles.
Yeah. Let's go with this one. Obstacles. Your personal experience, obstacles, because you got business and everything to the air.
I'm not really a 1 minute person in a sense, like giving advice, like with simple things. You see, obstacles. Yeah. With obstacles, learn to embrace them. Learn to embrace the obstacles, because there's always a lesson or information within that obstacle that you're going to learn about yourself, and it's going to better you over the long run. Like, for example, say if I've got 30 people that I needed to cook for 1 week, I could mess up something on that week. That's messed up the whole 30 people's food.
Yeah.
Within that obstacle, I've learned next week, okay, maybe I need to do that earlier or blah, blah, blah. It's like with every obstacle, there's going to be a lesson. So learn to embrace it. Stop seeing it as a negative thing. See it as a lesson and move forward with it. That's what I see as an obstacle now. Like, I don't see it as, it's just embrace it.
Yeah, embrace it, because they're always, like you said, they're always going to be there. So if you don't embrace
they're
the
always
obstacle,
going to be there no matter where,
regardless
what
you
level
do.
You're at of any sort. Obstacles are always going to be there, and they're going to get bigger. So you just
take them on.
Yeah, and it's good. Your obstacles, like I say, when you grow bigger, say if everything grows bigger, the obstacles are going to grow big because it's going to affect more people.
Yeah,
if you get it wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So just learn to make the best of that obstacle and see the lesson within it.
All right. That's it. Yeah. Well, you heard it from the man himself. That's how you deal with obstacles. Thank you for coming down, man.
Thank you for inviting me, bro. It's been serious.
No, it is. It has, man. I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed today, and I feel it's gonna be valuable to the listeners as always. Even on the vegan side, the business side, just you as an individual. Yeah. I think what you're doing is great. So congratulations on what you've achieved so far, and I wish you all the best in the future. And then even down the line, I'd like to get you on again and see all the progress after you've opened everything and took over the UK and the vegan side.
Putting into fruition.
No, we have to, man. We have to. So you want to give everyone your links, your handles.
So just on Instagram, just JamN Vegan. So JAMN Vegan.
Okay.
Just get at me on Instagram. And if you got any questions, any further questions, then let me know. I'll try and help if I can.
So what if someone wants as a personal chef? What do they do?
Same.
Same thing.
Just get DM. Yeah, just get me on as a DM. If you got any somebody that you want to impress or sit down as a
did that too. All right. I'll do that. So the romantic thing, the person said, okay. I said another angle. I didn't know that.
Got my James Brown. I've got my,
And you can sing too, innit?
Yeah. It's like getting that Boys to Men,
All right then, bro. Well, thanks for calling on again. And everyone stay listening and stay blessed.